series of the week. We are building the Boba and Django series of ships. And we're continuing this one, which we started last night. We did a late build, which we're going to do today also. We'll do a double build today also, because this one is partly way through, and we want to move up and do, like, you know, add more to it, because the week is coming to a close, and there are tons of ships. Like I said before, there are a lot of ships in this series of ships, so I want to just add as much as I can and give you guys a lot of content, a lot of new builds that we have. If you haven't seen them in your own sets or seen them live or built anywhere else, I'll have them here, because I have every single one of them of this series, the Boba and Django Fett series. So yeah, so jump in. And let's have some fun. As I say, the fun is in the build. So let's continue this build, guys. And please don't forget to hit the like button, and let's have some fun with this. Seen a lot of new people in there last night, which was really good. Really appreciate it. Always great to see new people in the live. As I say, I'm the biggest fan, so it's always good to see that. Anyway, let's jump on and continue to build. So we basically got to this point, and we're going to add some stuff on here. So we need one of these. And we're going to add a couple pieces. Speaking about this, I have to give Lego a call later, because I was building one of the builds and they basically shorted me a couple pieces. I think I said that before, I'm not sure. Anyway, we place this here, and we need one of these light grays. Have my mascot there in the middle of the build. So it's asking for one round piece. I had to, like, sort of mix them last night when I closed up shop. Right. So let's continue and add one of these. It's actually this piece, but obviously I'm not going to take this off of one ship and put it on the next. But it's two of these I was missing for that particular part of the ship. But I have to call them today. They're pretty good with that, I have to say. But I wasn't expecting it to miss any to begin with. So, you know, in the middle of a build, I had to grab some for my sanity, because, you know, you're like just stuck right there, and what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? And there it was. I was sort of stuck, like I said. Right. So now we're looking for one of these, one of those, and a flat one, and just one more here. Here it is. Yep. And we're going to put these together. So this goes here. This goes right there. This goes on the top. we're gonna put this, want to make sure we get this right. Oh, it goes right in here. There you go. Not sure where this goes yet, but we'll find out soon enough. So again, guys, drop me a line. It seems like it goes where the carbonite's supposed to be. So it's a totally different sort of build here. And I'm looking at something's placed in correct place. We're missing a, oh, we're missing one here. So that's correct. I'm just looking here, guys. Why is this not clicking in correctly? Now I know why it's not clicking in correctly, because it needs to go further back. So I need to get one of the adjusters, I call them, and just move that over a bit, and we can move on. So again, guys, drop me a line. Let me know what you're building, if you're building anything, as I always ask. Love to know what people are building out there. If you're taking on the challenge and the fun of building something new, great to have you on there, guys. Just trying to find one of those adjusters, again, as I call them. I have a ton of them. You can always not find them when you want them, but they're always around. There's so many. I have so many of them. Oh, here we go. I just found one over here. Like I said, I have tons of them because I build so much. I build, trade, and buy, display, and stuff like that. So, all right, so we'll just take this to get this off here, and we will finish that up. So it's just a little adjustment there, and place these back here. Right, and now this goes right there. Okay. In place. Again, guys, drop me a line. Let me know what you're doing on this Friday. Not a wonderful day for building. When isn't it a wonderful day for building, right? It's always a great day for building. If it's raining outside, great for building. If it's sunny, it's amazing for building. Right, let's move on. So we're looking for yellow studs and one corner piece, yellow stud and a corner piece. Let's move this across. One corner piece. Where are you? One corner. Here you go. Found it. So I'm surprised they're asking for one, but let's see what it does. So this goes right here, and the stud goes right there. I'm thinking you need one on either side, but no. Here we go. So we need a 4 here and one of these. It looks like a bench. That goes right here. Like that. And the 4 goes just a second, guys. Again, I said the PDF on this was fine, which it is, but sometimes you need to zoom in a little. Okay, so this goes right here. really odd thing, but here we go. So we move on, and we're gonna get, these are some really strange pieces that I've seen on this bill. Again, they put stuff in there so you just can't go and just build it. At least that's what I think. You need these particular pieces. Right, so one of those, and we need two black, two of these. That's one and two. These go right over here. So that's one of them there. And the other just goes right next to it. Like so. And I just need to find this gray piece. Move these out of the way a bit. Because we will be finishing the ship today. And like I said, we will be doing another later on. So I need to find this odd piece. I want to show it to you guys and obviously put it on the ship itself. Yeah. Here it is. Sort of mixed in there. So this one goes just right here. Let's move up. One of these and one of these. So this goes right along here. A lot of brick count, like I said. Unless they're repeating the same thing on the opposite side. So that's one end. So again, I believe they're going to be doing the same thing on the other end. So let's see what happens. That's one. Nope. It's closer to the end. Much closer to the end. There we go. Right. So that's in there. We need one of these, which goes right here. And then we add this one on. Oops. Hope you guys can see that there. All right. That's perfect. I'm expecting them to do the same thing. They're having you build one side of it and then the other. But let's see where we go. Okay. So now we need one of these single studs, a double, a three, and one curve, but it's in the darkish color. This one is curved, but not. Yeah. So you have two of that curve, but one is with a flat end and one doesn't. So we want to place this one here. That one goes right there, the tip. This one goes here. And the three goes right down here. Again, I think it's brick count, guys. Brick count day. Let's just call it brick count day. Right, so it seems like we're repeating the same thing on the opposite end. So we need similar pieces to the last. So let's get some of these out of here. Maybe we can see it much better when we do that. I know it's not over here because I've moved all of the gray pieces out of there. When I say gray pieces, the dark gray. Okay, where are you? It's in here somewhere. Right, so we need that piece again. We'll be needing this later on. And let's just throw this over there. And that also, this also. We will also be needing that. If you guys remember, we will be needing one of those. And we can just locate this in here. shouldn't be too hard to find because it's darker gray. Okay, there it is. Just sort. So, they want you to turn the ship around and start adding these in. So, one goes there, facing the right way, like that. Like that, there. And we add the stud there. We already have this piece. We need one of these 4s. Just goes right on top of the stud. And as you guys remember, this goes over here. So again, guys, drop me a line. Let me know what you're building. If you're building anything at all similar to what I'm doing today, drop me a line. Let me know what's happening there. Okay, so we need a couple of pieces. This bright orange, a star black, short one, shortest of them all, goes right in here. And we need one of these. And that clips right in here. Oh. My apologies, this goes this way. Yep. And that's secure. Okay, they want us to add one of these back here, same like we did on the other side, and repeat one of those, and the elbow type shaped. There it is. So the elbow goes next to that. And this fits right snug like that. We need that funny looking piece again. Here we go. Found it right away this time. And one black 2 by 1 by 2. And one of these. I guess as soon as we get to this point, it's going to get much faster in the build. I've never built this particular ship before, I have to say. Again, I give you guys the opportunity to tell me what ship it is before we move on. So if you can do that, guys, go right ahead and tell me. Oops. Almost stuck that in the wrong place. They actually made 2 of these very much similar during the series, the latter part of the series, which was very strange to me. They're so similar. Even when you put it into the like the search bar, they come up and they are very much similar. When I looked at both ships, it's really, there's few details that make you know that one of them is this ship and the other, you know, because they're very, very similar, so much similar. But we will be building all of them, so. But give me you have a chance to tell me what do you think this particular one is, which one of them, if you've built it before or not. Okay, so that brick I talked about, if you were watching my video yesterday, how long this one is, right, which we don't really see that often, especially none of the ships that I've built recently of this series. So we add one of those there, and we need to find ourselves another. 2 of those, and then 2 of these gray star type pieces here. Okay, looking good so far. Turn it over. And that particular piece that I have to call Lego about, I need 2 of those now, which is this. We spoke about that before. 2 of these. I will be calling them as soon as I finish this build, guys. Because it was sort of heartbreaking, like heart-wrenching. Me needing that and not being able to have it to complete this, you know. It was sort of painful. I really have to get in touch with them. I need just one more of that square type looking one. Go there, and then we put 2 grids, light gray, down the side. This goes across here. Again, I want to make sure we put it correctly. There you go. You guys see that there? It's locked in place. And we're going to start building the wings. All of them come with these wings. So let's start building that. We're looking for 1 beam. Here it is. Number 7, remember I spoke about that? So if you look up on the top here, you guys may not be able to see it, but I can see there's a 7 there, right? So I know that's the length I'm looking for. And we need a couple of pieces here, which I am not seeing right away, but obviously they're here. But I'm not seeing it right away. It comes in black. So we need 1 of those and 2 of these. So we can go with the 2, and as we go along, we'll find that other piece. So this goes here. We need 1 of these. Goes right at the bottom to lock that in place so it doesn't shift around. And we need a couple more of these. There are 4 altogether. I can already see the that this is decreasing. The pieces are going fast, which is a good thing. So 2 of those there. That's locked in place. Now it's asking for those pieces, which can't seem to locate yet, but we will find them. This goes right on the top, right here, in the center. There you go. Can't seem to locate those 2 pieces yet, but they're here, and we're going to put them on, and we're going to move up. Oh, they're actually here. Okay, so these go in here. Some I built earlier. I love saying that now. Right, so this goes that way. Slip that in there. Matter of fact, I just take it off. It works better if you take it off. And I'll just be able to clip them in much easier. So, 1 of them there. And the other one on the opposite end. There you go. And then we place that down the center like that. And we'll find out what happens later. Okay, guys. Again, drop me a line. Let me know if you're building anything at all. Okay? Right, so we need a couple of pieces. This here, I'm positive it will be 2 of them. So we have 1, 2, 3. 2 of those small bits again. There's 1. And just 1 more. 2 of these. No, just 1. And 1 of these. Okay, so we're all set, and we're going to put this together. So this goes that way. Once that locked in, we put this here. And one of those goes right down here. And this on the top. Snap that in place. Once that's completed, it goes through here, hoping it putting it in the right direction. Okay, so I can see we have this in the wrong direction already. So I'll pull this out and we will switch it around. I was wondering if I was putting it in the right direction, so it goes that way, and the other one goes on the opposite side. So this way, and that falls on the top like that, and this one falls on the top like this. Right, because they want us to place this way. Right, so this way. And we're going to lock that in with this small bit right here. I'm believing that we need to do the same thing on both sides. So I'll just leave that out, and I think we need to do the same thing on the opposite end. Hopefully we do. So let's see if we can locate those pieces. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So they want you to lock that one in. Once it's locked in and facing backwards. So this is locked in. Okay, it's locked in, and let's see. Again, they want us to build the same thing on the opposite side, like I said. So let's build this. First here, there, okay. Beam goes down the middle. And we place one of those to lock it in place. And this one on the top. That goes there. And we lock that in place like that. Yep. And now we're going to place some small ones in back. Right? Okay, so that's all set. Drop me a line, guys. Let me know what you're building. If you're building anything, and if you're jumping on, please hit the like button. And let's talk about it. And let's talk about the build. So let's continue with the build. Looking good so far. Let me know what you guys think. And let's move on with this fantastic build. And the question is still up there. Can you guess the ship? Okay, let's go across the front with one of these and add two of these. It's a different type of grid, as you guys know. Down the sides. Here, there's a lot of count on this ship for a ship of this size. Again, I'd expect a bigger ship for what they charge. So we need one of those, one red, which I haven't seen in any one of these ships before, with that ball joint there. Two of these. Let's ramp up the build. Two of these odd shaped bricks. Again, some of the bricks, I've never seen them before. One of them go here. And we need to find another two. Very odd shaped bricks. Not in my builds, haven't seen them at all. One white and two white elbows. Right there, like that. Add two little blue pieces on the top. Again, there's a lot of extra bits here, but it's for the build. And some studs, yellow studs. Two of those. And one beam across, 1x4, to hold it stable. And let's see where that goes. So this goes to the front right here, like so. And we're gonna add some red pieces on now. So one over here, and the other opposite side. Two smaller pieces of the same thing. It's going to be needed later on. And two of these. These goes over here. And obviously, I believe these go over here. All right, so this is the front. Yep. Starting to really see the ship coming together now, but it's a lot of pieces. When on another build, they'll be much smaller. All right, a lot smaller. Sorry, a lot bigger, so they wouldn't be that much needed. Right, so let's drop a 2x4 flat here, and then one of these right there, a 1x2 gray flat tile, not a brick. Let's move on and get two of these, place it on the outside. And some more flat bricks. We'll be needing 4 of those. There we go. So they just go right on the outside. Like that. And we need 2 and 2 of these curves now. So we need 1. Not a curve. 2. 3. And 1 more dark one. Show yourself. Can't find it for the moment, but we will be able to put it on and locate it and move on. So these connect over here. Just want to stay correctly. And we're going to go right along the top now with so those 2 plus Everything is in place, but this seems to be throwing me off a bit. Don't know why, but hey, here we go. Now we need just one here, flat, to close off that part of the build. My table is white, so sort of like blending in there. And we place this right there, like so. Here's the other. Goes right. Oops. Get over here. Get over here. And we move on. So again, guys, drop me a line. Let's know what's going on with you. Right. So we grab this, and here I think we're gonna build it back now. I'm not sure. We'll find out. One of these. Two. Let's ramp it up. Two of these. 1, 2. Snap that right here, like so. Flip this and get one piece of 1x2 flat, not a beam. Sorry, a beam, not a flat plate. If I can just locate that there, we can move on. Again, the table and the colors, they sort of like blended. So here's one right here. I'm sure that's why I need it. So we need one of those. Place that right there. And this goes right on the top, like so. So drop me a line, guys. Let me know what you're building, if you're building anything at all. Always welcome to know what people are working on. Maybe I can build one myself, or make a comment and let me know what you would like to see next. So we've completed that. We're looking for some of these, and we're going to add some of those dark gray grids in the back. So actually, one of these, some of the dark gray grids, that's one. And we'll locate the next one and move on. Here it is. So this goes back here. And we're going to place some of these just in back. Like that. Let's see what happens next. Can't wait. So a plain gray goes in back. So we have these. This plain gray goes here all the way to the back. One of these go right here. Oops. And they want us to repeat that same setup just in front of it. One flat black plate goes right here, so we'll find that. Here we go, right here. Okay, and then, whoops, what's going on there? What is going on there? We need another one of those 1x2 bricks. Sorry, beams. So we found the last one under there, but can't seem to locate it. So drop me a line, guys. Let me know what's going on with you. What are you building? If you're building anything at all. As I said, I always have tons of these here, so I'll just pick one out. Struggling to find it on the table. I have tons of them. I can just grab one out. And then when we come across it, I'll just replace in my collection. Okay, so let's move along. Starting to get really nice now because I can see the bill coming along. So one of these, sticker on already, goes right there and locks in place. And we're going to get one of these. Okay, and one of these black ones. A green. Connect two of these black ones together, like so. Take this and take this. That's green. This is light green. I got it all confused. Yeah, PDF. There we go. And we are looking for a dark gray. Inverted brick, but cannot be found. So yeah, we're looking for inverted dark gray brick. So this goes just right here, like that, and they want you to place this right here. Like so. I want to make sure that's correct. It's on 4. There you go. And lock that in place like that. Okay, let's move on. So, like I said, I thought that's what it was. So this goes right here, and you clip this right in place here. A little tricky to put on, but we will get it in there. Thought it was tricky to put on. So I'll have to pop this off and do it the old-fashioned way. So I'll put this on first and then lock that one in. Okay. So this one goes here, like that, real easy. And they want you to put the other one in, but it's not going to be as easy. So I'll place this one in here first. Then place that one there. It's not as easy as you think, so I'll need to take this off and put it on later on. Let's get that off. All right. Yes, that was much easier. And we're going to place this back here now. I think it was easier to do it this way. There you go. That was much easier. Right. So let's move on. build seems to be coming on. Once you put the tail of it on, I think you're on the home stretch. If you guys remember from the last couple builds, once you put that on, it starts getting much simpler. Right, right, so just clip this here. I thought I just saw another one, the inverted clips, but right, let's get past that. We're looking for one flat black piece again and two of these, which goes right here. One and two. And let's just get these out of the way because I'm looking for a flat black piece. There it is. And this goes right up front. Now we need two more of these, which goes right here. Very good. Now we're going to build this little thing that I see they got right here. So we need these odd shaped bricks, 1 and 2, and then we need one of these. These clip right on here, both sides, like that, and that finishes up the front. Right here, like so. And they want us to add this right here. Again, guys, drop me a line. Let me know what you think about the build so far. Oops. I am jumping the gun eye. So this one goes here. And this one goes to the back. There. So that's completed. Gonna add some pieces at the back now. Here's one. And I'm believing both sides, right? There we go. And one clip. Saw it earlier. Here it is. It's gonna go over here. You guys see that there? I hope you can see that. So both sides are not built exactly the same, I believe. It's possible it is, but I believe it's not. We need one of those wedge things that I speak about all the time. One of these. Another one. And this one goes right on. Just move this back a bit. This one goes, oops, right next to it. Then this goes along there. Can you guys see that? Hope you didn't miss that part of the build. And now we're going to place two of these right here. There goes one. And we need a green one. 2. I'm wondering if it needs the same repeated thing on the other side, but they're working on one side at the moment, so we will work with them. Not like I can go against it, right? Right, so here we go. We're going to add this down at the bottom right here. Want to make sure we got all those correct. And don't have anything missing. Because if we do, then we're all messed up, aren't we? So, I do rather the here we go. I do rather the manual than the PDFs. Just works better, so you guys know. So this goes here. Nope. It's there, but this does not go that way. Let's just take that off. Okay, I want to make sure we get them correct. So this goes further along, all the way there. Yep. So like that. Now we need two of these little tiny bits. Two of these tiny bits. If you guys can see that right there. And one of these. Just try to show you guys when I'm clipping this in. It's gonna go right on the top right here. And the two tiny bits just go right up here. One. And two, like that. Looking good so far. Right, they want us to do a little building now, away from the ship. So we're looking for a 3, one squirt, one elbow, right there, and another elbow goes right here, but this elbow has studs on it. One green and a black goes like that. And this one goes nope, this way, like that. Now we get this, and we need one more because that's not the right side. So we need one more of those, but the opposite direction. Just bring all of these over because I realize we're working in that area now. So this one goes here. And we're gonna add some green pieces on there. And one green 1x2. So this one goes right here like that. This one goes along the back. And this one along the front, which is weird. Nope. Incorrect. This one goes here. This one goes this way. That's more like it. Oops. Something strange here. Everything looks good, but they're showing that. Very strange. Let's see what happens next. Okay, so they want a clip going right on the top here. Again, I still don't see how this one clips in, but I guess we'll find out later. Hopefully. Right, so we need some of these odd shaped bricks again. 1, 2, and one of these gun type things. If you've been building lately, you've seen a lot of those. It's similar to the old model gun, but it can fire. And that is supposed to go on this side. Here. Excuse me. So this is supposed to go here. Says there. Let's just place that in there. Can you guys see that? All right. Okay. That's in place. Excuse me. Okay, I can see the pieces getting less now. So that means we're getting close to the end. We needed 2, which goes right down here. Very strange time to put it in. There you go. We need also 1 of, not sure which one of these, 1 or 2, but we will find out later on. Where does it go? Okay, so 1 of these goes here. Right there like that. And we need, so it must be this one right here to finish up that right there. Just try to show that to you guys. Yeah, it does. Fit right in there real snug. A couple of gray studs. One's without the hole, so this is one has a hole, that one has a hole, that one has a hole. Give me a second, guys. Seem to be choking up a bit. Right, we need 1 more of those gray bendy things. Right here. Goes right under, there's a slot there. If you guys can see that. Right, but you need to put a stud first. So 1 stud goes on that. Again, this should have been added before. I hope that fell out there. I believe this should have been added before. And then you place this there. Okay, very neat. Let's move on. Ship is really starting to come together now. So we want to turn it around. So I'll turn this way so you guys can see basically what they're doing. 1 of these going. Very strange. Let's get this off of here. Again, I was jumping the gun, guys. I thought it would be required that you place both of them there, but you don't. They want you to place it this way. Now we want 1 of those same things that we had before. Goes down at the bottom this time. 1 was facing up and now the other one's facing down. I hope you guys can see that. Let's move on and get 1 doorstop in light gray. Just looking for a number 3. wedge and one of these here. Trying to move some of these out of the way while I'm at it. All right, so that's here. We're going to take these and place them similar to what we did on the other side. First one goes here. Let's place this first. Make sure we got it correct. This one goes there. Again, drop me a line, guys. Let me know what you guys are up to. If you're building anything right now, or if you're just watching the build. And if you are, just drop me a like. Again, so we can bring the channel up. Hey, Brandon, what's up, man? Another slave one, yes, absolutely. Yeah, it looks like that. No, this one is smaller. The one yesterday was bigger. Yeah, pretty much. Right, let's add some pieces onto this. So we need one of these. It's just gonna go building the opposite side, right? This one goes here. And snaps right in there, just like that. Okay, hope you guys seen that there. And we'll take the green and place it right at the bottom. Oh, I did it again. Oops, I did it again. I did it again, guys. Okay, so flip this over. Yes, I did it again. Like that. This goes here. And then we place this on the top. Okay. This goes down here. Like that. Input Lee, what's up? What's going on, man? You okay? Great to see you on there, man. Always great to see another Lego fan. All the time. Right, so we're down here and we'll just place a couple pieces down here now and close this area out. So we need one of those, which will go right here. Can you guess what the ship is? Inta. If you can guess what the ship is, then tell me what year, and obviously what number of the ship, because we're building a couple of ships. We built the 8097. We built the 6209. We built the 6209. We built the 7153. So it's Boba ship holiday break week build. Okay, let's jump in and build another part that's going to be added to it. So they want us to get one of these, a 3, one elbow, light gray. Thought it was dark gray, but it's actually light gray. Great to have you on there. Just please hit the like button for us. Right, we're building the similar thing that's what we built the last time. Okay. So drop me a line, man. Thanks for jumping in again. Great to have you. Right, so we need this in black. And one of those. This one goes right under. We'll start ramping it up soon to get the build going the way it should. So this is over here. I want to make sure we're getting this correct. And something's missing. Right, the opposite side, right. So this goes here. Nope. Yep. This goes that way. No. This goes this way. This goes that way. There you go. That's the build. This goes on the top. And this one goes here and fits right there. I think that's where we had the issue on the last part of it. If you guys remember, this one goes there. And we need this one. Clips right in there like that. Need this, which fits right there. Couple of those odd clip bricks. 1 and 2. And that gun goes right here like that. And they always show you that thing with the eye. Be careful of your eyes. So drop me a line, guys. Let me know what you're building, if you're building anything. Right, so we've completed that. And this, on the opposite side, like the other side, obviously, goes right here. I want to make sure we fix that in place correctly. There you go. That snaps right in there. Could you guys see that? And let's move on. Little touches on this. So one of those, one green, and that small one. This is the biggest size here. We need the small size. And we're going to build on this area right here. So this just clips right in here like that. Okay. Green goes right across here, but before we do that, we need the stud, don't we? Goes there. And this goes down here, and we said that was a really strange time to put that in before, if you guys remember. There, and we'll use this. Huh. You see that, guys? So that comes in handy for different things. Yeah. Use it as a point. So let's go and move on. Stud goes down to the bottom here. And we need to fill this slot here. But it's different from the last side. This time, this one goes here. Yep. So they've changed that up just a bit. Sure these are tight. So they've changed up the sides a little bit. Need to finish up this area here. One of those just clips right in there like that. And remember, we placed that curvy dark gray piece there earlier. So if I don't find it right away, we'll find it later on and we'll just throw it in. Here it is. So they want you to put this curvy piece right here. So again, it's totally different to the other side. The other side had a stud. This one doesn't. Stud was outside. Okay, let's move on. And we have a couple pieces to add on. So 2 studs, 1, 2. White funny piece in the front. Goes right here. Stud go in the outside of that. And 1 of these, which goes right in the back. There. And we have a big build coming on, so we'll move this over a bit. 1 of these, 2, 3, 4, and 1 of these. See if we can do that in one shot. So guys, any ideas yet on what ship it is, what year? Okay. We need 1 of these again. Just goes right here like so. And a 3 goes right there. See what happens now. 2 of these green going on top of each other like that, and that snaps right in here like that. Once you've completed that, similar on the other side. So 4 of these. 1 of those will just clip it along. Okay. And we'll repeat the same thing over here. So there. And a 3. There it is. Goes right along. Basically repeat the thing opposite and then place this on top. So let's see where this goes. S goes here. How do you get it past those? Very tricky space to get this into. Okay, I'll place 1 of them first because it's difficult to get this into this space. Okay. There you go, that's 1. I'll have to pull this out and do the same thing on the other side. Then put it back. 2, and then place this back. This way. kind of tricky to get that in there to begin with. Now they want us to get this back in there, which is sort of tricky on its own. That's an odd thing, because that's correct. It's very odd. But it needs to go back on there, so we will get it on there. There you go, that's one of them. All right, and the other. So bear with me, guys. This is the trickiest part of the build I've come about yet. Okay. I'll use that same thing we did before and try to just snap it in. I may need to use one of these. There you go, yep. All in. That was a little tricky there, guys, but yes, let's move on. So on the top of this, we go across, and one green going in back of it. The ship is for a lot smaller hands. The build is for a lot smaller hands. Okay, so 2 more of these going this way, and one green. We're coming very close to the end now, guys, so stick with it. We didn't come this far to jump out now, right? Gotta stay on the train. Here we go, one of those, one of these. This goes here. I want to make sure we have them correct. One of these, and here. This goes on the top. This goes right on top of that. We're looking for just one of those, as I call it, door stops in the light gray, and a double. That goes right here. Okay. And I'm believing we have to do the same thing on the other side, right? Yep. One of those. One of those goes here like that. That's stud. I just saw one of them there. Let's move this over a bit. Like I said, guys, we're right at the finish line now. So stick with me, and we'll talk about this ship in its entirety. Where's that? I'm missing one thing here, guys, which is very strange. There it is. Just about to say I'll have to call Lego for 2 things, not just one. But it's there. And one more. Just goes right here and just locks that in place. Once we've locked that in place, goes right inside. What does it? Right inside there, something seems to be amiss. So we'll make a quick adjustment right here. See what happens. Oops. That goes there, right there, like that. Okay, let's move on. So we're gonna build this front area here now. We need one of these and this cockpit. You can see the print on there. Facing this way. This black bit just goes there. And one of these. Never seen a three-way on this before. But this is a three-way. You need two of those. I've never seen. That's a very strange brick. Three-way stud. Seen fours, twos, ones, but never seen a three. Okay, so we're looking to place up front. Saw them a second ago. Dark gray. Let's bring all the dark gray over here. Makes it easier to work with. Two of these. Believing this is for the cockpit. So again, guys, drop me a line. Let me know what's happening. Tommy Thomas, what's up? Big shout out to you. The craft brick, I love it. What is the camera? Why is it a little blur? My favorite stormtrooper. I'll have to go show it to you because it's a classic. So I'll show it to you before we end, okay? If that's okay with you. Captain Clank. Captain Clank. That sounds like Ratchet and Clank. Have you played that game? Captain Clanker. Hello, how you doing? Yeah, big shout out to you guys. So I'll show you my trooper, right? Real soon. Before we end this. Definitely show it to you, okay? And tell me if it's yours also. Right, so let's move on. We need one of those and one of these here. Clips right in here. And that clips right in the front. Like that. Couple of round bits now. So we got this, which is going to go right here. And one more. Two round bits? No? Yeah. There. I'm going to add some green just right next to it. Guys, if you're on it, just hit that like button for me. Right, so they want us to put this on prematurely, but I will. Right, so here's the cabin right here. Okay. And we're going to add some sides on now. try to get that in the picture so you guys can see this. Again, this is a totally different setup. All the other ship, this would be different there, but we have not completed yet, obviously, so. It's one of them. And the other side. Okay. Now we're going to add some guns, guys, back here. Okay, so 2 of these, all of these little bits right here. We're going to build these and just add it on, right? So let's see how that works. So they asked for, again, I'm sure it's a similar build. Let's see. Ask for this. You place this right on the top. Like that. Then a black stud goes there. Guessing both sides. Just one. And then one black stud on the top. Goes here. And one goes at the bottom, sorry, top. And repeat the same thing like that. Once you've built that, that clips in back here like that. And we'll repeat the same thing, I'm sure. So this on the top, black stud. Oh, this just goes there. And the gun extension. And that goes right there like so. So that's your guns. Okay, let's move on. So don't forget, I will show you that trooper. You need to make another build, guys. So there will be 2 of these. So I'll be practicing my build now, my dull build. Here's my chance, if I can do it. Let's see. So we need 2 of these and add some green on it. So I want to make sure we got it correct. It's another 3 stud. Again, I've never seen this before, guys. Let me know in the comments if you've ever seen those 3 studs. Again, I've seen 2s and 1s. I've seen like those, but not 3s. So let me know in the comments if you have seen that. Goes there. These studs go at the end, facing out. To double building. That, and they want you to place these right here like so. So I'm guessing the same thing applies to the other side, right? So this there. Yeah, this has been a nice build though. It's small, but it's a nice build, I have to say. So there. So 2 of those built and ready to put on, I guess. Let's see where they go. Okay, we still need some pieces to it. Puzzle is not completed. Kind of struggling to get this one on, but so if I take this one off and put that one on first, then get this one in there. Sometimes you just gotta make quick adjustment. Let's try this again. And one more. Where are you? Where are you? There you go. This one was much easier to go in. Right, let's see what's happening now. Right, so we have to add some corners onto this. Like that. I'm guessing this is for the wings. Yep. Here we go. There. And they want a gray up front as opposed to, yeah, so they want you to put a gray on one side of them. And a green on the opposite side. Like that. And we'll do the same thing on the other end. And a gray. So, watch for that trooper. I will go find it now for you. $150 price tag. Wow, it's crazy, right? So all week the streams are gonna be all Django and Boba's. Take a look at this. This is a big one. Right? This is a big one, as you know. It has 2,900 pieces. We're talking about 3,000 pieces. Take a look. Let me just move this out of the way, my mascot, for a minute. So, what about that? What do you think? Think that should be the next build? So both UCS is going to be part of the build. Both UCS's is going to be part of the build. So I'll show you the fig now. So you wanted to know what my favorite here, right here. Can you see that? That's my favorite. Check it out. That's my favorite. What's yours? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so that's my favorite right there. Can't beat that, can you? That's absolutely amazing. Gotta have that captain, right? Right. So let's wrap this up. and add some pieces over here. 2 of these. There you go. And let's see where that goes right over the door. Sneaky part now. Very tricky. Goes right over the door. Right here. And the other one goes on the other end, as you guys know. Just clips in there. Right? And we have to do some more building. So, a couple more things to build. We need one of these. One of those. And these inverted pieces. This one goes here. Again, I want to make sure we put this correctly. Like that. Inverted goes here. And on the top, a couple of 3s. Where are you? So once we add all those pieces together, which we're going to do right now, this goes at the bottom here. One of these going across. And one of these right here, like so. So I'm guessing we need 2 of those. So I'll build both sides. Where's that nifty little bit? Once we add that, so let me know, what do you think? Oh, really? Wow, that's amazing. So you into customs also? I don't really buy customs. They're really cool, but I'm more of a original figure type guy, you know. So I don't really buy that. I don't really buy customs again because I like I said, I trade. I don't know how the trading market is for that particularly. I know a lot of people who do. I don't know how the trading market is for that, but like I said, I'm not really a fan of those too much. Not that I'm not going to have a look at it later on. I'll definitely have a look at it. Later on. So after we place all of those pieces together, this is what we get, guys. All right. You can even place this figure in there. I know some people may not like that. TRDH, what's up? You cool? Yeah, like I say, me personally, this is me. Custom's not really my thing. I really more go for the real deal, sort of. But I will give it a shot maybe later on in my Lego ventures. You know, but for now, I'm sort of like sticking with the real deal. Yeah, so this is the complete ship, guys. If I can just get a figure to sit in there. I've never even tried to put the figure in. Right, so while we at it, I'm going to show you guys a couple of my, because I said there's a ton of them, right? There's a ton. I have every Boba and Django ships. So I'll start just show you guys. So that one right there, if you didn't know, now I'll tell you what it is. That's the 75312. Okay, over here, it's a very rare ship. Came out of a can. You must know it. Do you guys know what fig that one is? This one you should know. It looks similar, right? It looks very much similar. You guys should know this one. I made a bike out of this. I don't know if you guys see my my video. I made a bike out of that one. Right, that's this right here, which is the 75344. I made a bike out of this one. You guys probably seeing that. Then I'll show you. I just jumped past that now. You know this one also. It came out of a poly bag, 2009. While we're on there, so and now I'll show you the most expensive. Oops, arm came off. The most expensive. Where did the arm go? Oh, what's going on here? The most expensive of them all. This one is the most expensive. So then we have Django's ship here, right? All these are legit ships. This one came in two forms. It came in a poly bag, and then it came in the magazine. Another Django ship, which came out in a poly bag, also came out in the 2011 the greatest advent calendar. Then we have another one here that came in a poly bag also. I'm trying to find the arm of the most expensive one. It just fell off right here. Then we have another one that came out here. This one came in a polybag advent calendar also. The arm just fell off. I'm trying to find. This is the most expensive poly bag that there is. It's actually a box. It doesn't come in a poly bag. It comes in a box. The most expensive Boba Fett ship of a poly bag that you'd find. It's going for like $90, $100, sorry, like 90 pounds, something like that. But the arm just fell off. So I need to find it because there's one particular brick on here that's rare. They don't make them anymore. It's just over here. I need to find that. Then we have another. Came out of a poly bag, right? And the last of the lot, which came out, this one came out in the 2020, in the 53222. You guys know that set. It's the Cloud City, right? That one, most expensive of all that you see on the table, other than the large size or mid size like these. That's the closest one to this size. Yeah, it is very detailed. Yeah, it is very detailed. Which one don't you recommend? This one right here? Give me a thumbs up, Captain, if that's the one you're talking about. The one in the middle, that one here? Is it this one? If it is that one, yeah, this one came out in a can, right? If that's the one you're asking about, I could give you the number on that one. Uh, it's really, really hard to find. I don't think you're gonna find it out there anymore. If you went looking for it. Yeah, that one came out of a can, like I said. I could give you the number for it if I could just remember it off the top of my head. Um, yes, if that one, yep. So basically, that specific one, you could probably get. It's called a celebration. You get that one there. If you get the can brand new, it's $1,000. That's what they're looking for. People looking for like 1,500 for it. Um, so if you can find that, you'd be very fortunate. It's an exclusive. 81 pieces on that. Came out in 2012. Microfighter. Out of a tin celebration. You could probably find it again. They had a selection of those that came out, different ships and stuff like that came out with that one. If you went on eBay now, you'd probably find it for about $2,000, 2005. Yeah, parking lot of vehicles, man. Yeah, absolutely. No, because they're right now I'm up to 24 basically. When we combine all the big ones and small ones, they're 24 ships altogether, and I have every one of them. This is more like the like I said, the smaller size. And I can bring some more of them. So if you're on there and you weren't looking at the videos, then we have the next one up. The 8097. We also have the 6209 right there. Then we have the original bad boys right here. The 7153, the original. Um, and we also have when that one came out, this one also came out, the 7144. All right, so we have that one also. And the UTS 75060, which is too big for me to get down right now. It's hanging there. And then obviously I'm going to be building the 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 one that everyone's been waiting for years, which I just showed to you, which is a 75409. So again, guys, so watch for the next build. All right, guys. Yeah, they're awesome. Yeah, they're absolutely crazy, right? Absolutely crazy, Captain. Definitely, they're absolutely crazy. But there's some fantastic ships. A lot of them look alike. If you notice, this definitely looked exactly like the 71553. It definitely looked like it. Every part of that does look absolutely identical. Even this one, the small one right here from the Polybag magazine, this looks very much like the 8092, 8097, and this is pretty much similar too, even though it was micro. I don't think this one is identical. I would have added some brown right here, which would have worked really fine. So like if you added this brown piece right here, that would have been a stud at least. They didn't do that. So I don't think that looked. This one looks exactly like the 692. Sorry, 6209. Yeah, but again, there are different ways I would have gone, but this one is my baby. Because this, I was fortunate to get this when I did, because the price is like way up there, you know. So this is a really, really great ship. Didn't get it in the can. I got it earlier on, but I didn't get it in the can. So yeah, it was fantastic. This one's pretty cool too. If you can get the poly bag still. What's the poly bag? It's 2009. That's the poly bag, if I can remember right. Oh, really? Well, I did the last series on that. I'll show you the full series right now. If you're on there, if you stay on there for 1 second, I can show you the full series of that right now. Because you said your favorite is that particular ship. I'll show you the full series. Because I have, if you look at my video, you could go and watch the build. I'll show you the full series right now. If you want to stay on, I'll show you. Let me just move these over, and I'll show that to you right now as we speak. The full series from 2005 all the way to 2025. I'll show you that if you can just hold on for a second, right? I will show that to you now live. And I want to thank everybody for staying on there. Please hit the like button if you're on there, right? I'll show you this right now live so you can have a gander at it. The full series. Just trying to put these ships away. Right, so let's start with the 2005, which is right here. I spoke about it. Here's a 2005. I spoke about it when I was building it, about the playability on it and stuff like that. So the 2005 actually came with these where you could move them back and forth. These two cockpits could open, but the top never opened, right? So that was basically the playability. You had this gun right here, which spins around. And obviously when you turn, the wings open up like that. If you turn that back here, that worked with a band, right? If you remember that, if you build this at all, I spoke how it's built. And that's basically these. They don't move as the next one I'm going to show you. Look, you can see right here, one of them stiff, one of them right. But yeah, it was a great build. So if we put this to the side, then I'll show you the 2010. Pretty much similar, with some slight differences. So here's the 2010. Again, I did a series on that whole build. So I run different series of the whole year actually. Just to inform you, I'm building trilogies all the way through, right? If you look into my videos, you'd see it. I've been building trilogies of everything that comes. General Grievous trilogy, the Jabba's trilogy, only the specific trilogy. Doesn't matter if they have another ship. So yeah, this one's similar. You turn that doohickey thing. The difference with this, they added 2 guns back here. All the cockpits can open. See that one open there? This one can open there. And this one open. You see the cockpits open on this one. The boosters are bigger, and you can see both spinning. The wings, very much similar, but these guns, the guns are better. I think they look more accurate, right? And again, if you turn the thing in the back, the wings open up. If you can see that happening there, right? Can you see that happening there? So that's the build on that one. What I thought, I like how the front of this was built. It's built like a hawk. Oh, the one with Vista, right? I got Vista too. If you want to see him, you can see that. Yeah, that'd be great if they made a Death Star model, man. Yeah, so this is Kurt Vista right here, right? So if you're on there and you want to see some General Grievous, the full collection of the General Grievous, I can put that on for you also. But let's complete this one, right? So that's 2010, and now I'll show you the 2025. The one before was the 7259, which was 2005, and this one was the 8088, as you guys know. And now we can have a look at the 2025, right, which I'm going to show you right now. Just haven't, oops, the gun fired off. I just haven't put all the stickers on yet. But here's the 2025 version. What I can't say is the 2025 version, though the guns, they only have 2 guns. It has one that shoots right here. It just popped off when I try to bring it over. It's really, really stable. It has way more pieces to it. A lot more pieces. The other 2, they have 396. This one has 437 pieces. There are 2 guns in the back that rotate up, unlike the other guns, and down and around. So these rotate pretty good. And the wings, I'd say the cockpit, not the cockpit, the engine is built totally different. It has something here that moves the wings. So the wings doesn't open as large as the other 2. I hope you guys can see that there. All right, I hope you guys can see that. The wings are not the same. But what I do have to say about it, the stability, it's really, really stable, because with all the cockpits open together, see like that, like the 8088. But like I said, what I do have to say about it, even though Visto is the best figure in the whole collection, the whole series, and the other sets only have basically clones and a droid, but you can lift this one up here. Look at this. I can lift this up, which is really, really fantastic. So the stability on it, that just popped up there because I actually hit it. Yeah, the stability on like the wings and stuff like that is really, really. I was showing someone I can hold this up by the wings. I couldn't do that with the other two ships, right? I cannot do that with the other two ships. Um, yeah, I would say I did a rating on this, and the 8088 is the best one when we talk about figures, size, quality of the build. But this one, I would go for it for stability, right? And playability. You can mess around with it if you want to play. You can give this to a 10-year, a 5-year-old maybe. Not a 5, let's go 5. Let's say an 8-year-old, and they'll do this. I couldn't slam my other two ships like that. It wouldn't work. They took a combination of both ships because if you look at the front, it looks like that eagle bill, bald eagle bill, like I said, and it also have that other sort of like General Grievous ship actually up front here, which I can show you guys the full series of General Grievous collection also. Yeah, so do you have anybody in the chat? Do you have any of those ships that I just brought out? Would you like to see TRDH? Would you like to see the General Grievous series? Yeah, it does, Captain. It does. The build is absolutely cleaner, stable. The wings are, yeah, absolutely. Dynamite Killer, what's up? Big shout out, Dynamite Killer. I'm good, man. So, if you on there, do you want to see that General Grievous series? I built it in my last Yeah, I'll do the next stream, definitely. I can do that. I'll definitely do that, man. All right. Again, guys, man, it's awesome chatting with you guys. My next stream is tomorrow, Saturday. We're starting the next trilogy, because, not trilogy, sorry. We're starting the next build. Now, I'll jump on, if you guys jump on, we will look at the last two series that I did, which is the General Grievous and the Droid Carriers. That was I did a series on that also, so you'll jump in and see that. Ships like the 7662. Oh wow! So if you look at my if you look at my profile, I'm BOBAbrickz, and I do go out, and I was in France and I was giving stuff out just recently. So what I do, I do sweepstakes on my channel. I do sweepstakes outside. I do something called pick a brick. So you go into a bag, and if you can pull boba out of the bag, you get a free gift. Just recently, I gave a signed box to someone called Brandon. Also, you'd love to see the General Grievous. Right. So if you jump back in tomorrow, so I want everybody, because some people popped off and they left. We'll be back on around the same time, which is, what are we on now? Oh, you like, oh, wow. You like Mando better, Ed. Everybody likes it, but okay, let's put it like this. So you may like Mando better, but he is still a vest guard wearer, isn't he? All right, he wears vest guard, so that's it. Doesn't matter. He's a Mandalorian. That's it. Once he's a Mandalorian, that's all that counts. You know. I think all Mandalorians are awesome. Now, I'm a Boba and Jango fan. I'm actually a Jango fan more than a Boba fan. I could show you guys my series and collection right now if you're on there. While you guys are on, I'm going to show you my series, because you know my mascot is right here. I'll put it right there. And I'll show you the series, the whole series of the collection right now. So I basically have them like numbered. I have them labeled and numbered, right? So if you're on there, let's have a look. We could start out with Django, obviously, because he's 2000. Let's start out with the original, which we built the original ship on, not the head, right? Not the helmet. Let's start off with 2000, right? The 7144, right here. Can you see that? Hey, what's up, man? Koji, what's up? You good? Hope I pronounced that right. So that's 2000, right? And we can move on. So that's 2000. We're going to move on to 2002, which is obviously Django. I was surprised they made that first because obviously the dad was first, right? There we go. So basically, 2000, there you go. And then we'll move on from there. I'm not going to we already put Boba out, the Boba 2000. Look, here's the Boba 2000. Obviously, that comes along. Both of them, they come along together. But they started the trend. They started the trend. They wear vest guards, so that's why I said. Yeah, anyway, so we got those two, and then we can move on from there, and we move on into the next year. So we're gonna go into 2006, which looks similar. But before we go into 2006, we want to look at the piece of history